Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn Athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones is back with me today. JJ taking a day for his anniversary. I mean, good grief. What do you,
Can't believe that.
I mean, they would sacrifice a day on the Auburn Blitz to celebrate something like marriage. Good
I think Stacy said, dude, you're not doing the Blitz today.
Yeah, that's probably. I don't think JJ had much of a choice. Not that he would actually prefer to be here, but
right.
David going to fill in for us today as he is always capable, and we appreciate that. We appreciate all of you out there joining us today, and wish JJ a happy anniversary if you see him out and about today, he and his lovely bride. So a lot to talk about today. We'll get to as much as we can. Alan Flanagan. We said that yesterday, wondered he had not made a decision yet. That decision is in.
And what is it?
Will he be back? Will he not? He will be back.
Really?
For his senior year at Auburn. So that is an interesting little piece to add to the puzzle there. Hopefully he can return to form when he was a junior, or when he was a sophomore, I guess you could say. Because last year, it just, with the injury to the Achilles, he was never quite the same, never really got back in the groove and found his shooting touch, whatever it might be. So hopefully maybe with a full off season of work and maybe going into it healthy, he can return to form and be really a pivotal piece of that Auburn Tiger team. But
well, Andy, that definitely completes the roster now, doesn't it? I mean,
again, there's still that one scholarship out there, I think.
Oh, I thought Harper coming in would take that one.
Well, okay, no, that if that's the case,
yeah,
if that's going to be, is he would be a scholarship player?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm sure Bruce will.
I haven't
let us
seen
know.
anything official on it yet, but
look,
we'll
regardless, we're loaded.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Again.
And, yeah, every piece on this at this point forward is gravy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Adding to it. So
yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit, get your thoughts on that. Alan Flanagan coming back, is that a big deal? Do you think moving forward, there's some people out there that I dare say might have just hoped he'd stayed in the draft. But, again, that's a matter of opinion. So what's yours? 234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind today. If you got any thoughts or comments about any of the things that we talk about, or if you'd like to bring up a new subject, by all means, give us a call. We broke it down yesterday. Auburn will be taking on Southeast Louisiana. On Friday, UCLA and Florida State, the other two teams in the Auburn Regional. Coach Butch Thompson joining us yesterday, kind of breaking those two teams, three teams down, and giving us a scouting report on it, talking a little bit about this Auburn team and the difference between this year and last year. It's really not that much. I mean, it's a hit here, it's a strike out there, it's a turning a double play here. It's getting that, finding a way to get that win in a one-run game and being on the winning end as opposed to losing end. It's a fine line in baseball, but it's one that you got to toe if you're going to make it this far. But we'll talk about that a little bit. The spring meetings, of course, are going on down in Destin, and some interesting information coming out of that, and as it always is. So we'll talk about that a little bit, maybe even look at some odds to win the SEC title. Again, outside of Alabama and Georgia, looks like a long shot as far as Vegas is concerned for pretty much everybody. And if you're going to bet on Auburn and you like long shots, then hey, maybe they may be the team for you, at least according to Vegas. So we'll look at these things and much more on today's episode of the Auburn Blitz. Thank you again for being with us, David. I'll just start with that. We'll start with Flanagan coming back to this to this Auburn team. Now you Dylan Cardwell is coming back as well. As you mentioned, that pretty much solidifies that roster. Now we know where does Flanagan fit into that. You know, you obviously you got Dylan. You're adding Johan Traore. You're adding John Broom. Those, you know, you've got some front court that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams looks to establish maybe himself as that 4 position.
Yeah.
You know, is Alan Flanagan the 3? I mean, he can handle the ball pretty well too, but
No, he can't.
well, he filled in at point guard as a sophomore.
Let me dive right in, Andy. I felt his frustration last year. As a former coach, I hope that Allen will work on his ball handling skills. He just has the basketball so far away from his body when he handles it. You know, a good tight pocket there with ball handling is always important. You cannot replace experience. He's definitely experienced. And I think we all were frustrated last year along with him. The only thing from a coaching standpoint, I was a little frustrated with the amount of minutes that he got compared with the lack of production we were getting from him. You and I talked about that. I think Bruce was continuing to try to get him just back up to speed. And it never really came to fruition like we would have hoped it would last year.
Yeah.
Now with an entire offseason of workouts, ball handling, shooting the basketball, you know, scrimmaging with the new players, I hope that Allen comes back and has an incredible year this year. Now where he fits, I don't know. We'll have to wait on that one and see.
Again, you see what he's capable of as a sophomore.
Oh, yeah.
When he started shooting the ball extremely, I mean, he had some huge shots.
Yeah.
As a sophomore, I mean, it just never came together again last year. I don't know if it was somewhat with chemistry. It had something to do with the injury as well, but nonetheless, it just never materialized for him. So
no.
He's back though. Everybody knows he's back. He'll fit in, and Bruce, I'm sure, will do his best to find a way to get him, trying to get him back to good form. So we'll see with that how that all materializes with the Auburn basketball program. Switching gears to the SEC meetings down in Destin, a lot of decisions going to be made as far as the new upcoming SEC schedule, things like that. But a lot of outside eyes looking in, wondering about the Jimbo and Saban controversy. But Saban did come out and publicly said yesterday, I think it was, he says, I didn't really say that anybody did anything wrong. At one point, one reporter interjected, pointing out to Saban that he had said A&M, quote unquote, bought every player. And Saban said, I didn't say anybody did anything wrong. He reiterated that he wanted to make that clear. Now, did he insinuate that somebody did something wrong? Absolutely.
Those words did not come out of his mouth.
Say that they did anything wrong? No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Nick,
but he did also say that he should not have singled out. Yeah. And he felt that was wrong. So that's at least something to kind of like a mea culpa to say, look, I should not have gone down that road.
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have pointed anybody out, but I really didn't say anything wrong.
Right, exactly.
Come on, dude. There's some reporter. These guys are crazy. Some reporter this morning online said that Saban and Jimbo Fisher's paths had crossed yesterday in the hotel lobby. So paths crossed, meaning that Nick was walking through the lobby. Jimbo was in the restaurant with his back turned to Nick, so didn't really see him, but their paths crossed. I mean, come on, dude. It's going to be interesting when they get close up in that meeting and see how that goes. I know that, and, you know, coaches take sides. Nick's got his guys. I mean, Kirby worked for him.
Yeah.
Napier worked for him. I don't know how many friends Jimbo has, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what all comes. But this will die down too, and we'll move on to the next big controversial statement down the road.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Greg Sankey, drew a line in the sand about the college football playoff expansion possibilities yesterday when he spoke with the media at the spring meetings in Destin. Sankey told reporters that an 8-team college football playoff without automatic qualifiers is something that we would consider as a conference. Automatic qualifiers seems to be the sticking point for Sankey and the SEC, because the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, they've kind of banded together, and they want those automatic qualifiers. The champion of those conferences absolutely must, get in, and the SEC says, well, wait a minute. Sometimes the third and fourth best team in the SEC is better than the champion.
Your champion.
So we don't really think the automatic qualifiers is gonna work for us.
Yeah.
Where do you think we end up coming? Do you think? I mean,
Andy, this thing is at
are we at an impasse?
It's almost. Yeah, we are. It's going to be. I don't know. I mean, it's us against the world right now, and the world's not going to budge, and we're not going to budge. So I don't know.
That somebody's going to have to. Somebody's going to have to acquiesce here. And
who's going to step in? Yeah. I mean, the NCAA right now, what kind of power do they really have?
The SEC is in the biggest position of power, so
sure,
deal with it. Up against the break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
It's been 30 years. 30 years of growth. 30 years of dedication. 30 years of service and value to our great customers. 30 years of automotive technology and innovation. We are proud to celebrate our anniversary at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, making you smile for 30 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area, as well as down there on the coast, they do some real estate down there as well. Big Fish is they're the company you need to call. They are absolutely doing huge things here in this market. They know it backwards and forwards. If you're looking for an existing home, maybe looking a place to build your dream home, or maybe it's just a getaway cabin, whatever. Maybe you've got a property and you're interested in maybe leasing it or renting it out. Big Fish Real Estate is the number that you need to call. 551-BIG FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Luke says automatic qualifiers are horrible. Not a fan.
Well, Luke, I agree with Luke because of where we are right now, okay? If the SEC was in the same shoes as, say, the ACC, we'd be all for automatic qualifiers in the SEC. Dude, we got to get somebody in.
Well, if you got an 8-team playoff, I get it. If you got a 12-team playoff, I think you got to have some sort of automatic.
Yeah, I don't see them.
Just because, 12 teams, you got to figure out
You see them
something.
going to 12, though?
It wouldn't hurt anything, I don't think, with them, because then you still got so many other teams that would probably fit into that playoff. But 8 teams.
Do you really see a 12, though? Going from 4 to 12. I can't see that. I don't know. Maybe they could tie automatic qualifiers into that, getting 12 instead of 8.
Yeah.
With no automatic qualifiers. I don't know. You and I are not in charge.
No, and we don't have a vote, unfortunately.
No.
But it could be, Greg Sankey is a pretty smart fella.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, who all, the athletic directors, and I'm sure head coaches are going to have a lot of say in this too. But as far as that whole SEC only playoff, Sankey says that kind of fizzled out about the time it got reported. Mm-hmm. He said it's still in a folder, quote unquote. It's still in a folder somewhere. It's been tucked away, but it's they may dust it out a long time ago, but it is not really anything.
Where is the folder
of significance? He said it would. Now, just to be clear, it was not brought out as some sort of threat to the other Power 5 or power conferences to say, hey, if you don't get in line, we'll do it now. Do you believe that?
Who knows?
I absolutely believe it was it may not have been a threat, but it was a shot across the bow to say, this is, and again, to say, hey, look, we're all for everybody, playing ball here, and we'll make some concessions, but you better quit this, like when the ACC and the Big Ten and the kind of got together and said, we'll put the kibosh on this 12-team playoff and end these discussions. And the SEC said, okay, if you really want to do that, then we'll just show you. We'll take our ball and go home. And you'll be left with, a big bag of poo. So, but anyway.
Power moves all over the place.
Oh, yeah. There's no question about it. Lane Kiffin, truth teller. Doesn't like coach speak. He says, I'm just gonna tell the truth. Not necessarily the moniker that I would normally give Lane Kiffin.
Lane turning over a new leaf.
Maybe so. He is. He says. Let's see. I don't really care. It just goes along with being real. It is what it is, as opposed to hiding behind it and saying that that players come to the campus because of NIL. He said, look, I'm not going to say those things. He said, that's why they're coming to campus, because we're offering them money.
Yeah.
Truth teller.
Yeah.
Who would have thought Lane Kiffin would be the voice of reason here?
Look, those coaches are always jockeying for something, and Lane's jockeying for something here, too. I mean, it's crazy. How far are we out to sea when Lane Kiffin is our conference truth teller, Andy?
We have gone off the rails for sure.
Oh, mercy.
Kiffin believes the February 1st transfer portal deadline for SEC to SEC transfers will not change to May 1st. Apparently, there's some debate about that. I would guess that that's going to stay where it is. So, if you're going to transfer from one school in the SEC to another, it must be done by February the 1st. You like that? For that to stay where it is?
Yeah, just keep it the same, I guess. Who knows right now?
Well, I mean, you got to at least give SEC coaches some sort of you can't just it can't just be Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Where there are no rules. I mean, you
Right.
got to have some sort of guidelines here and some sort of structure to give these coaches at least a chance to put a roster together.
Yeah, and May, that just extends the madness 3 more months. So I'm not against that at all, the February 1st deadline.
Yeah.
So
will they decide on a schedule? Will it be the 1+7? Will it be the 3+6? It looks like, and I think Brett and Luke kind of talked about this last night, and really for the last couple of weeks. The 3+6 makes the most sense. That way you keep those traditional rivalries. You go to the 9-game conference schedule. It's not that big a deal. It's the SEC played a 10-game schedule in the COVID year. It wasn't that big a deal. Now there were no out-of-conference games, and it was only 10 games.
Right.
But nonetheless, balancing out that schedule will be the most challenging. It will be the most difficult part of it.
Here's the thing, Andy. You and I were talking about this during the last break. The country would love to see the 3 and 6 because of some of the natural rivalries that have evolved over the years. But everybody's not going to be happy.
Oh, no.
I mean, like Arkansas, we'd love to see Arkansas linked back up with Texas and Oklahoma again. Arkansas is going to go, heck no, we ain't doing that. Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, that's incredibly tough. So
you got to balance out what's best for your team and what's best for the conference and what's best, so it could go a lot of different ways. We may look at some of the possibilities here when we come back. Don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the Plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, always looking out for your best interest. We're looking at the new SEC schedule, or a proposed new SEC schedule, 3 permanent opponents, 6 rotators in a 9-game SEC schedule. That seems to make the most sense. But how would you balance it out and for it to be somewhat equitable among all the teams? Right now, obviously, Auburn's permanent opponent from the East is Georgia. That's the South's oldest rivalry. Everybody wants to preserve that. Nobody is going – it doesn't make any sense at all to get rid of the Iron Bowl. So Georgia and Alabama, I think, are guarantees if you got a 3 permanent opponents for Auburn. Who would the third be?
Give me
go a lot of directions.
Give me Vanderbilt or give me death.
Yeah, really. Now, considering Alabama and Georgia are clearly the 2 best teams in the SEC right now.
In the country.
In the country, you could say, okay, Auburn, we're going to throw you a bone because you've got those 2. We'll give you Vandy, or we'll give you Missouri, or we'll give you South Carolina. Now, not to say that those teams won't get better and better.
South Carolina hadn't been a good deal
better
lately.
and better, but South Carolina, Missouri, who's to say that? I mean, Missouri's played in a couple of SEC title games. South Carolina's played in one.
And beat us in the last two times we played them.
Both got beat by Auburn
Yeah.
in the SEC title game, but nonetheless. Or you could say, well, how about Florida? Florida, an old traditional Auburn rivalry. Boy, that would be 3 tough games.
Yeah.
But Auburn did that for years. Now it's not the 80s anymore. I'm not sure. I could see the value in that because it would be such a great schedule. It'd be such a fun schedule. But man, it would be extraordinarily difficult. If you're Alabama, Tennessee, and Auburn, okay, I think everybody. Those are the two that you can't do without. Who would you want to give Alabama give up LSU? If Auburn got Florida, Alabama got LSU, Tennessee, Auburn, and LSU, that'd be about the same. That'd be about the same par, I would think.
Yeah.
Now, would Alabama want that? I don't know. Florida, they have LSU. How about LSU and Georgia? For Florida, two really, really good teams, but two great rivalries for them that you really wouldn't want to get rid of. So who would Florida's third one?
Yeah.
And if you continue on with this kind of schedule, does Florida maintain the Florida State matchup? Does South Carolina maintain the Clemson out-of-conference game? Does Georgia continue to play Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be fun to sit back and watch, see how this plays out. And of course, once it comes out, everybody's going to jump in and say, "Hey, wait a minute, this looks pretty good," or a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, come on, man, y'all screwed the pooch on this one."
Yeah.
So big decisions to be made for sure.
Jim says, "How about Mississippi State for Auburn's third opponent?" Auburn's been playing Mississippi State for a long time, going back a long ways. So, and that would balance out a little bit, I think.
Well, let's talk about what you and I had talked about off the air, and then I think I mentioned it last segment. Teams like Arkansas. I asked you if you'd ever been to Fayetteville. Anybody that's ever been to Fayetteville knows that is a haul. And where do you go with Arkansas? Do you bring back the old Southwest Conference rivalries with Texas and Oklahoma? Do they want that? Missouri is the closest school to them.
And they're their permanent cross-divisional rival now.
Yeah. So
if you want to call it that.
Yeah. So.
But you got Arkansas and Texas A&M. That's kind of become a really fun game every year now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The neutral side.
Yeah.
Do you want to get rid of that one?
Exactly. And what do you do with Oklahoma and Texas? The new kids on the block. What kind of bone are you going to throw them? Where are they going?
Yeah.
So
I would assume you may let them play each other as one game.
Absolutely.
Maybe you throw in Texas A&M and Texas. Now they hate each other.
Yeah.
And that would probably make it that much better.
That's got to be in there, Andy.
But I like Arkansas. I like the idea of Arkansas and Texas and Oklahoma playing. Or again, you could go a lot of different ways.
It's just a lot of
nobody's
fun.
going to be completely happy.
No. Andy, have you seen? You speaking of Texas and Texas A&M hating one another. Have you seen Texas's A&M's baseball jerseys?
No.
It says Texas Aggies.
No.
It don't say A&M.
Oh, really?
I said, oh, man, I bet the Longhorns hate that. Now, they've got some jerseys that say A&M, but they wore one in the SEC tournament. It said Texas Aggies. I said, yeah, that's a poke.
I'm sure it is. That's a little spite, yeah.
Yep.
It'd be kind of – I'm sure it'll be a little bit easier to fill out the schedules of like Auburn, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, and teams like that, LSU. But it's for like Vandy. Who do you give Vandy? Vandy right now, their permanent is Ole Miss. But it doesn't matter who you give them, really.
Tennessee?
Do you want to try to be a little – but that's a benefit to Tennessee. You want to make so Tennessee.
Well, there's nowhere else you can go, Andy.
So you got Alabama for Tennessee is a permanent.
Okay.
You throw them Vandy, and who else would you give them?
Alabama?
No, Tennessee. So you give them Alabama, you give them Vandy. And who else would they get? Florida. Tennessee-Florida has been a great rivalry for a long time.
Yep, that's a good one.
But in Florida now, you got LSU, Georgia, and Tennessee.
We're opening up a can of worms here, and it's fun. This is great fun to discuss.
I don't envy the person that's got to ultimately figure this out.
Yeah.
But there are some fun possibilities.
Some folks are going to be unhappy.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need three things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually four. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at BrewBaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there sticking with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. Some more comments coming rolling through. John says, I think the SEC needs to try to do new things with the football teams. So create some new rivalries, break things up. There are some that are just like Auburn, Alabama. That one's just not going to go away. I don't think anybody wants to go away. It's too much of an important game to college football in general. That would be preserved. But hey, look, I mean, and it's not like you could say, well, it's one of them's going to be broken up. Say Auburn and Georgia got broken up. It would still be played every other year.
Yeah.
It would just not be. It would just not be every single year. Jerry says, I think you guys might be off on the A&M thing. They've always referred to themselves as the Texas Aggies.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying they hadn't, Jerry. Yeah, you're missing my point. What I'm saying is that sticks in the craw of Texas, regardless of how long they've called themselves the Texas Aggies. To Texas, they're Texas A&M. So, yeah, I wasn't saying that they hadn't referred to themselves as that in the past. I'm saying that Texas don't like that.
Yeah. Jamie says, but they've got to alternate the years for Alabama and Georgia home and home. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that Gus was so, when the schedule got mixed up with Texas A&M coming in, and Auburn ended up going back-to-back home games against Georgia in 2013 and 2012 and 13. Is that right? I think. And so, yeah, that was right because we got a legend in 12, and then we got we did the miracle in Jordan in 13. But so then you get Alabama and Georgia both home or both away. And Gus always said, for the fans, and it just makes better for when you have one of those away and one of them at home and kind of alternate like that. So that would be good. It would be a good opportunity to remedy that as well. Now we have moved Georgia. They're no longer back to back.
Well, we didn't
with Alabama.
move them.
Well, the SEC moved it.
Yeah.
But
that needs to be tweaked for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still home and away and away, though, even though they're not close together.
Yeah.
But, I think that's Jamie's point.
Yes.
Some Vegas odds for the SEC title. Alabama topping the number here, -130. So I think that means you got to put up $130 to win $100. Is that right?
I am not a bettor.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I think that's what that means. So Georgia +143. +143. So if you lay down $100, you could win $143, I believe. I think that's how that works.
Okay.
Luke can correct me. He's our resident degenerate gambler. Texas A&M +2150. +2150.
That's a big jump right there between 2 and 3.
Yes, it is. That's a long shot. If you think that's long, though, just settle in. Ole Miss +3350. Ole Miss is the 4th highest odds to win the SEC in 2022. Arkansas +5,000. Arkansas, the number 5 best odds to win the SEC.
Tied with
Arkansas. Tied with the University of Tennessee. +5,000.
Was Vegas? Were they in a hangover state when this came out?
I mean, they're usually pretty spiffy as far as their predictions are concerned. But Florida +5,300.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky plus 7,000. I have not mentioned Auburn yet, have I?
You've not.
Okay. LSU plus 7,000, tied there with Kentucky. I have not mentioned Auburn again, have I?
You've not.
Okay. South Carolina plus 10,000. The South Carolina Gamecocks plus 10,000. Mississippi State Bulldogs plus 15,000. Plus $15,000. Your Auburn Tigers, David, plus 15,500. 15,500 plus 15,500.
Yeah.
For Auburn. Only two teams with worse odds scored in Vegas for winning the SEC title. Missouri and Vandy. Missouri plus 35,000 and Vandy plus 100,000. Plus 100,000.
I'm not buying this.
Now, if does that mean that if I laid down, I don't know, maybe it's 1,000, I'm not sure, but if I laid down $100, you could get 100,000 if Vandy won the SEC title? Is that right?
If you've got $100 to blow, as well.
It's not, well, if you might as well just take out a match and burn it, to be perfectly honest. But
yeah,
Auburn plus 15,500. That's a pretty big number there.
Yeah.
Those are pretty long odds.
I hope Vegas doesn't know what they're talking about in this case. This is great. This is crazy.
Well, I don't mind long odds for Auburn because
we do well in those cases, don't we?
But I'm uncomfortable with Mississippi State, South Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Ole Miss having higher odds to win the SEC title.
Yeah,
that makes me uneasy.
Yeah, that's
or queasy may be the word. I don't know. Now, it may be true, but it makes me concerned.
I'm all right.
Okay. We're up against the final break of the show. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Again, if you're interested in a long shot bet, looks like the Auburn Tigers may be the one for you. Vegas has them at plus 15,500 for the SEC title. So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Mizzou and Vandy, the only teams with longer odds than your Auburn Tigers. It is June the 1st. We are in the 6th month of the year, David.
Yeah.
If you can believe that.
Crazy.
It is June the 1st, 1917. On this day, Boston Brave first baseman Hank Gowdy became the first active player to enlist for service in World War I. He is the only player in Major League Baseball to serve in World War I and World War II. Hank Gowdy.
Wow.
For all your trivia buffs out there. 1925 on this day, a momentous occasion, Lou Gehrig with the New York Yankees pinch hit for shortstop Pee Wee Wanig.
Is there supposed to be an R on the end of that? Waninger?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just Wanig, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's an odd name. Lou Gehrig pinch hit. That would be the first of his record 130 consecutive games played. Lou Gehrig started the streak that Cal Ripken ended up breaking today, 1925. On this day, 1975, year I was born, by the way, Nolan Ryan throws his 4th of 7 no-hitters. I was not even born. I was in my mother's womb.
I graduated from high school.
You graduated high school in 1975? Okay. They beat the Orioles 1-0. Nolan Ryan's fourth no-hitter.
Good thing they didn't give him much run support, did
They did not. Not a lot in his career. That's why he's got so many losses.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's played on some terrible
teams, yeah.
All right, happy birthday today, Frank Morgan, the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1890. Technically, he wasn't the Wizard. Yeah. He was the guy that was pretending to be.
That's right.
Kai Aldrich, Hall of Fame linebacker from TCU, born on this day, 1916. Andy Griffith. One of the greatest shows in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
How about Matlock? Did you like Matlock?
Yeah, I liked Matlock.
Okay. 1926, you got a favorite Andy Griffith episode?
I always liked it when the Darlings were on.
That was good. I love the one with Aunt eating the pickles.
That one, and the one where Andy ended up eating spaghetti like 4 times. He went over to Barney's house and other people's house, and they were all serving spaghetti, and he didn't feel like telling them he wasn't hungry and he had to eat. Have you seen that one?
I'm not sure I have.
Oh, that's
Was that a colored episode?
Oh, I can't remember.
Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean, born on this day, 1926 as well. She and Andy Griffith born on the same day, same year. How about that? Alan Amici, born on this day, 1933. That's your 1954 Heisman winner from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Pat Boone, you're a big Pat Boone fan.
He of the white shoes.
Still alive.
Yep.
Pat Boone, still kicking, 1934. He's not as old as Clint Eastwood, though. What am I saying? And your buddy, Morgan Freeman, born on this day, 1937.
My friend, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Cleavon Little, the great Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles.
That's
Sheriff Bart,
Yep.
1939. Dean Chance, 64 Cy Young winner, 1941. Powers Booth, good actor. Curly Bill from Tombstone.
When he played the Jim Jones, that was riveting.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
That's a creepy story.
It is.
That is.
Absolutely.
Oof, boy.
Yeah.
There's some, I mean, yeah.
And he nailed the guy.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's
great.
I could see that.
Yeah.
John Houston, golfer. He was actually went to Auburn, went on to the PGA Tour for many years. 1961. Greg Schiano, coach of Rutgers.
Yeah.
Could have been Tennessee's coach.
Yeah.
Could have been. 1966. Alexi Lalas, defender with the United States soccer team. Derek Lowe pitched for the Red Sox, pitched for the Braves for a little while. Heidi Klum, born on this day, 1973. Wow. 49 years old and still looks amazing.
Yeah.
And 4 kids, too, I think, which is just
not.
It doesn't seem to be biologically possible, but Alanis Morissette, born on this day, 1974. Like, it's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Santana Moss, wide receiver for the, I think he played at Miami, and he played on with the Browns. Maybe.
Yeah.
Carlos Zambrano, remember him from pitching with the Cubs. Justine Henin, she won, I think, 7 Grand Slam titles in tennis. And Tom Holland, Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man.
The new one. Yeah.
Okay. You like, you're not a big Marvel comic book hero kind of guy. Huh?
That's not me.
Not at all? Have you seen any of them?
Never read comic books when I was growing up.
Batman? Did you do?
I liked the TV show Batman
Superman.
with Adam West on it. As far as it goes.
You never seen any of the Superman?
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve?
Yeah. I like that.
That's as far as it went, though.
Yeah, the new ones are kind of far-fetched. I can't get into them.
I'm telling you, man, the first go around with the Marvel and the Avengers. It didn't get a lot better than that, David. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Okay.
That's about as good as movies get. But
I saw a good one Friday night.
Oh, yeah. So you like Top Gun, though?
I like Top Gun.
I'm going to see it this week.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again.